Christa Gail Pike is the youngest woman to be sentenced to death in the United States, during the post-Furman period. She was 20 when convicted for a torture and murder she committed, at age 18. Pike lived a troubled life and dropped out of high school. She joined the Job Corps, a government program aimed at helping low-income young people, and attended the Job Corps Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. There, Pike fell in love with a young man named Tadaryl Shipp, 1 year her junior. Together they begun to worship the occult and the devil. When fellow student Colleen Slimmer, 19, started talking to Shipp a bit too much for Pike's liking, she conspired against her, with Shipp and other girl, Shadella Peterson. On January 15, 1996, they brought Slimmer to a vacant steam plant, where, for about 30 minutes, they physically assaulted her, sliced her up, and carved a pentagram in her chest. Finishing the job, Pike crushed Slimmer's skull with a huge stone and kept a piece of it as a souvenir. Back at school, Pike showed the skull fragment to classmates, and, nearly 36 hours after killing Slimmer, Pike, Peterson, and Shipp were arrested. Investigators questioned Pike, but she insisted she was only trying to scare the girl, and it got out of hand. But the case against her was solid, and her trial for murder and the conspiracy to commit murder began on March 22, 1996. She cried throughout the proceedings, but the jury was not to be moved. She was found guilty on both counts after only 2.5 hours of deliberation. On March 30, 1996, she was sentenced to death by electrocution on the murder charge. And on June 6, she was given 25 years for conspiracy. Shipp was given a life sentence with the possibility of parole, and Peterson got probation after pleading guilty to being an accessory after the fact. Currently, Christa Pike is the only woman on Tennessee's death row.